in the quiet town of Cresthaven, where the streets were lined with antiquated lampposts and the local supermarket served as the heart of the community, a tale unfolded that sent shivers down the spines of those who dared to linger in its aisles after dark. The Cresthaven Supermart, a sprawling structure with flickering fluorescent lights and squeaky shopping carts, was known for its quaint charm during daylight hours. However, as dusk settled over the town, an eerie transformation gripped the supermarket, unveiling a spectral secret that had been concealed beneath its mundane facade. It all began with Emily, a college student working the late shift as a cashier to make ends meet. Her evening routine involved scanning groceries and engaging in small talk with the occasional customer. Little did she know that the supermart held a history that transcended the realm of the living. One fateful night, as the last customer shuffled out, leaving Emily alone with the hum of the refrigerators and the soft creaking of the ancient floorboards, she felt an unusual chill. A whisper, barely audible, danced through the empty aisles. Dismissing it as a figment of her imagination, Emily continued with her closing duties. The next night, the whisper returned, faint yet distinct. Emily, now attuned to the peculiar sensation, strained to catch the words. "Help me!" the voice pleaded, its ethereal quality sending shivers down her spine. A chill hung in the air as Emily hesitated, unsure of the source. Driven by a mix of curiosity and trepidation, Emily confided in her colleague Jake, who scoffed at the notion of supermarket specters. Undeterred, Emily decided to investigate further. As the clock struck midnight, she found herself standing in the silent supermarket, the only illumination emanating from the harsh glow of the freezer section. The whisper returned, stronger this time. Emily, guided by an unseen force, followed the sound to aisle 6, a seemingly ordinary row stocked with canned goods and cereal boxes. As she reached the middle of the aisle, the temperature dropped precipitously, and the whispers crescendoed into desperate cries. In the flickering light, Emily glimpsed a figure, a spectral silhouette surrounded by a soft, pulsating glow. The apparition, adorned in clothing reminiscent of a bygone era, extended a translucent hand as if reaching out for solace. The voice, now identifiable as a woman's, spoke of a tragic tale, of a lost love and an untimely demise. It was Amelia Whitman, a resident of Cresthaven from the early 20th century, whose love affair had ended in heartbreak and tragedy. Her spirit, trapped within the confines of the supermart, yearned for release. Emily, caught between the realms of the living and the spectral, felt a surge of empathy for the tormented soul. As days turned into nights, Emily delved into the archives of Cresthaven's history, piecing together the fragments of Amelia's story. It was a tale of forbidden love, societal constraints, and a mysterious disappearance that left the town shrouded in speculation. Determined to free Amelia's spirit, Emily sought the guidance of the local librarian, Mrs. Abernathy, a repository of Cresthaven's hidden lore. Through dusty volumes and yellowed newspaper clippings, they uncovered the circumstances of Amelia's tragic end, a fateful night in 1923 when she vanished without a trace. Armed with this newfound knowledge, Emily and Mrs. Abernathy performed a spectral seance in aisle 6. The supermarket, now a theater for the supernatural, resonated with energies as they beckoned Amelia's spirit. The whispers, now transformed into an ethereal melody, filled the air. In a luminous apparition, Amelia manifested before them. The supermarket, bathed in a soft, ghostly glow, witnessed a reunion that defied the boundaries of time. Amelia, her spectral form radiant with a newfound peace, thanked Emily for unraveling the mysteries of the past. As the first light of dawn broke over Cresthaven, the supermarket resumed its ordinary appearance. Emily, now a custodian of the town's spectral history, felt a sense of fulfillment. The whispers in aisle 6 had ceased, replaced by an echoing silence that conveyed a serene release. Word of Emily's encounter spread through Cresthaven, weaving its way into the town's folklore. The supermart, once a mundane part of daily life, became a nexus of supernatural tales. Residents, as they strolled through aisle 6, couldn't shake the feeling that unseen eyes were watching, and perhaps thanking them for unraveling the mysteries of the supermarket specter. And so the Cresthaven Supermart stood as a testament to the enduring presence of the spectral. The whispers, though silenced, left an indelible mark on the town, a reminder that sometimes in the most ordinary places, extraordinary stories unfold. waiting to be heard by those willing to listen in the quiet hours when the world sleeps and the spirits awaken. In the small town of Ravenshade, where the moon cast long shadows on deserted streets and the local supermarket stood as a solitary sentinel, a spine-chilling tale unfolded beneath the flickering lights of aisle 13. Lucas, a college student with a penchant for late-night snacks, took a part-time job as the night shift cashier at the Ravenshade Emporium. The supermarket, though unassuming during daylight hours, harbored secrets that only revealed themselves under the cover of darkness. One peculiar night, as the last customer exited with a jingle of the bell, Lucas was left alone in the cavernous space. A whisper, soft as a breeze, caught his attention. "Stay," it urged, weaving through the hum of refrigerators and the rustling of plastic bags. Dismissing it as fatigue-induced hallucinations, Lucas continued his duties. The next evening, the whisper returned, persistent, almost beckoning. Ignoring the skepticism that niggled at the edges of his consciousness, Lucas ventured into the depths of the supermarket. As he approached aisle 13, the air grew thick with an unseen presence, and the whisper transformed into a spectral murmur. In the dim glow of the flickering light, Lucas saw her, a shadowy figure with a silhouette that seemed to waver between dimensions. The woman, clad in vintage attire reminiscent of another era, extended an ethereal hand toward him. Her eyes, though devoid of life, conveyed a silent plea. It was Eleanor LeClaire, a Ravenshade resident from the early 1900s, whose tragic tale echoed through the supermarket's hallowed halls. Eleanor's beloved, a sailor named Jonathan, had left for a perilous sea voyage and never returned. Heartbroken and consumed by grief, Eleanor's spirit found solace within the confines of the Emporium, forever yearning for the reunion that eluded her. Curiosity melded with compassion, Lucas delved into the town's historical archives, unearthing the fragments of Eleanor's sorrowful narrative. Ravenshade, it seemed, was a town haunted not only by the living, but also by the echoes of love lost to the relentless sea. Driven by a newfound purpose, Lucas sought guidance from the town's elderly historian, Mr. Thornton. Together, they conducted a spectral seance in aisle 13, invoking the energies of Ravenshade's past. The supermarket, now a realm where the tangible and the spectral coalesced, resonated with the unseen forces. In the spectral manifestation, Eleanor's voice rose above the whispers. She spoke of love, loss, and an eternal longing that bound her to the supermarket's embrace. As the seance reached its zenith, a subtle shift occurred, a gentle breeze that seemed to carry the scent of salt water and sea breeze. In a luminous apparition, Jonathan materialized beside Eleanor. The Emporium, bathed in an otherworldly glow, became a theater for a reunion that transcended the boundaries of time. Eleanor, her spectral form aglow with a radiant smile, embraced Jonathan in a silent communion that spoke volumes. As dawn painted the Ravenshade sky with hues of pink and gold, the supermarket reverted to its mundane appearance. Lucas, now a custodian of the town's spectral history, felt a sense of closure. The whispers in aisle 13 had hushed, leaving behind an echoing silence that conveyed a poignant peace. News of Lucas's spectral encounter spread through Ravenshade, weaving its way into the town's collective consciousness. The Emporium, once a backdrop for mundane grocery shopping, became a nexus of supernatural tales. Residents, as they strolled through aisle 13, felt a lingering warmth, a subtle reminder that love, even in the afterlife, could defy the constraints of time. And so, the Ravenshade Emporium stood as a testament to the enduring nature of spectral connections. The whispers, though silenced, left an indelible mark on the town. A reminder that sometimes, beneath the flickering lights and amidst the grocery aisles, extraordinary stories waited to be unraveled by those willing to listen in the stillness of the night when the world slumbers and the spirits find their voice. In the quaint town of Eldridge, nestled between rolling hills and whispering pines, the local supermarket held a secret that stirred the imagination of its unsuspecting patrons. The tale began with a peculiar incident that set the stage for a haunting mystery. Elena, a young artist new to Eldridge, frequented the Eldridge Emporium for her midnight art supply runs. One fog-laden evening, as she perused the paint aisle, a shadowy figure caught her eye, an abandoned shopping cart, eerily gliding along the linoleum floor as if propelled by unseen hands. Intrigued and slightly unnerved, Elena followed the phantom cart, its silent journey leading her through deserted aisles. The supermarket, known for its creaky floorboards and flickering lights, took on an otherworldly atmosphere as the cart navigated with an uncanny purpose. The whispers began, a symphony of spectral murmurs that danced in the air. The aisles, once laden with everyday groceries, now echoed with the voices of the unseen. Elena, guided by a mixture of curiosity and trepidation, continued her pursuit of the phantom cart. As she rounded a corner, the supermarket transformed. The air crackled with an otherworldly energy, and the shelves seemed to flicker between the ordinary and the ethereal. The phantom cart, now stationary, became a focal point for the whispers that coalesced into a spectral narrative. It was Samuel Eldridge, the town's founding figure, whose spirit found solace in the aisles of the Eldridge Emporium. The supermarket, once a hub for mundane transactions, had become a conduit for the echoes of Eldridge's past. Samuel's unfinished business, it seemed, centered around a hidden legacy buried within the town's history. Elena, caught between the tangible and the spectral, felt an artistic compulsion to unravel Samuel's story. Armed with her sketchbook and a sense of determination, she sought the guidance of Eldridge's elderly librarian, Mrs. Harrington, a custodian of the town's secrets. Through dusty tomes and forgotten archives, Elena and Mrs. Harrington unearthed the tale of Samuel Eldridge, a philanthropist with a vision for the town's prosperity. Yet a mysterious incident on the eve of the town's inauguration left Samuel's legacy unfulfilled, his spirit lingering in the aisles of the supermarket. Determined to bring closure to Samuel's spectral existence, Elena embarked on a mission to reconstruct the events of that fateful night. The supermarket, now a stage for the ethereal, resonated with energies as they conducted a spectral reenactment. In a mesmerizing manifestation, the aisles transformed into a spectral panorama. Samuel, clad in attire from a bygone era, enacted the events leading to his untimely demise. The whispers, now a spectral chorus, told a tale of betrayal, misplaced ambitions, and a yearning for redemption. As the spectral reenactment reached its climax, a subtle shift occurred, a phantom breeze that seemed to carry the weight of unresolved emotions. Samuel, in a luminous apparition, acknowledged Elena's presence with a spectral nod, conveying a sense of gratitude. The Eldridge Emporium, bathed in an otherworldly glow, reverted to its ordinary state as dawn painted the town in hues of lavender and gold. Elena, now a keeper of Eldridge's spectral history, felt a connection that transcended the boundaries of the living and the spectral. News of Elena's encounter spread through Eldridge, weaving its way into the fabric of the town's folklore. The supermarket, once a mundane space for groceries, became a nexus of supernatural tales. Residents, as they strolled through its aisles, sensed a lingering presence, a phantom breeze that whispered of untold stories and the artistry of the unseen. And so, the Eldridge Emporium stood as a testament to the mysterious nature of spectral connections. The phantom cart, though now still, left an indelible mark on the town, a reminder that sometimes in the most ordinary places, extraordinary stories unfold, beckoning to those willing to follow the whispers in the night when the world dreams and the spirits awaken.